FCS Sports presents Peninsula District Girls Basketball Group AAA. The Hampton Lady Crabbers hosting the Phoebus Lady Phantoms. From Hampton High School's gymnasium, good evening everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. We welcome you to this battle between the Hampton Lady Crabbers under the guidance of David Sisk in his first year as head coach, and the Lady Phantoms under Mike Talon, who, let's not forget, the Phoebus girls are the reigning state champions.
Yes, they are. Michael Talon has done a real good job. They lost a couple good players off of the team, the championship team, but he's done a real good job with the players he's got. He's got a good core. They went up to the Christmas tournament up in Alaska. They lost a couple of games. Their point guard twisted her ankle, only played one quarter. Mike felt he was in competition and could have played with any of those teams up there, and there were some ranked teams like number 4 in the nation. This Hampton team on the other side, David Sisk has done a great job. First year coach, he's come in and he has built already he's got these girls believing they can win. And Tim, you know, as I do, that if you believe you can win, you're going to win a lot of ball games. You go out there with a whole lot more confidence. In fact, when they played Phoebus the first match, first time they played it, they jumped out and had Phoebus by 9 points. Of course, they ended up losing the game.
We extend a very special welcome to our crosstown friends, the defending champions.
We might see if we can get our director to tone down the return a bit.
Well, I just got my sinuses cleared out. I don't know about you.
Let's see. Now that might be a little low.
The Phantoms are currently 14-0 in district play.
We're having the introduction of the starting lineups. That seems to be much better. Scotty Bowers, we appreciate that.
A junior, number 42, Jennifer Chapman.
Jennifer Chapman will be the first young lady for the Lady Phantoms to be
A
introduced.
senior, number 25, Felicia Bishop.
Felicia Bishop, who is a senior on this
A
Phantom
senior,
squad.
number 22, Desiree Allen.
Desiree Allen, who saw a great
A
deal of
senior,
action
number
on this
21,
championship team
Kenya
last year.
Vaughn.
Kenya Vaughn,
And the senior,
a very
number
integral part of
41,
this team.
Lakeisha Frett.
And the franchise, Lakeisha Frett, the All-American.
Everybody's All-American, Tim. You're right.
And she will be going to the University of Georgia next year as a freshman. There you see the starting lineup.
She's going with down to a program that's along with her 3 other top 20 signees, top 20 basketball players in the nation.
In district play. They're coached by Mr. David Sisk in his first year. Number 10, a senior, T.T. Gupton. Number 30, a sophomore, Waynetta Beanie. Number 32, a senior, Kim Fleming. Number 44, a sophomore, Shonda Bailey. Number 34, a sophomore, Stephanie Hicks.
Stephanie Hicks with a great game earlier this week. 27 points in a Hampton victory.
Well, let me tell you about this Hampton squad. Did you see that? 2 seniors, 3 sophomores. So that means he's got these young ladies back, 3 of them back for 2 more years. It really has done a great job with this team. I came over, did a program with David Sisk and his squad, and they just did a great job. He is working them hard. The JVs are practicing with them, which he's trying to get everybody into his program. And he's done a great job over here at Hampton. But, boy, you talk about put it on the line tonight, you're going against a great team.
There you see the referee, Carl Feiereisen. And the umpire for tonight's game will be Lee McGuire. And he is not in your picture. He is across the court at the top of your screen. We're just about set to get this underway. 4 8-minute quarters in high school basketball. There is no shot clock. There is the 10-second timeline as you would normally have. And basically the rules are pretty much the same after that. Tap is controlled by the Lady Phantoms. They try to go underneath. They are able to do so. Jennifer Chapman gets the first basket of the ball game.
But she's getting a lot more confidence in her shooting since she's been playing full time. and it makes a big difference. You can't forget her when you're looking at Lakeisha Frett.
The Crabbers turn it over. The pass a little too tall for the intended recipient, and back come the Lady Phantoms. Lakeisha Frett in the low post. And, of course, Hampton using a zone defense to try and deny her the ball. Baseline off the glass, it's no good, and the rebound comes off for the Lady Crabbers. That is Juanetta Venny.
Young lady does a great job at that point guard for this Hampton Crabber team, but you see they go right into their motion offense as soon as they get across the line. Good motion, but you got to have a design. You got to get the ball to your shooters, to your scorers.
This is Gupton giving it to Venny. Crabbers doing a good job of moving the ball around. Now Kimberly Fleming gets her hands on it for the first time. Back to Tanisha Gupton. Gupton in the corner, guarded closely. Almost caused a turnover. The ball is retrieved by the Lady Crabbers, Bailey. And Bailey will go in for the layup. Can't get it to drop. And the loose ball is finally controlled by the Phantoms' Kenya Bond. Down low for Chapman. Chapman has done all the shooting so far. This time she draws the foul.
Well, the reason, Tim, is because they're double teaming any time that Lakeisha Frett gets close to the basket. They're putting a body in front and behind her, and that's leaving Jennifer Chapman open. And you're going to either get a foul on her or she's going to score.
That is Bailey's first foul. Shonda Bailey with the personal. And you see a good look at Jennifer Chapman, the concentration, and the shot is in and out. Get a chance to watch the replay, you'll see the foul. Chapman going strong to the basket. So far, the high-scoring Lakeisha Frett hasn't touched the ball. We are a little more than a minute and a half into this ball game. Chapman short with the second one. And then we've got a traveling violation against the Crabbers. They had the rebound, but traveled. Kenya Vaughn will trigger. Desiree Allen out to Bishop. Inside it goes. Off the glass and good for Kenya Vaughn.
Nice touch on that ball, using the glass to bank it in.
4-0 Phantoms, and the Crabbers turn it over. 6:02 left in the first.
Well, one thing you'll notice about the Phantoms, Tim, is they're going to pick up full court. They're going to make this a full court game. They're not going to let you come down and just walk the ball down and set up your half court offense. They're not going to do that.
Phantoms working the ball around to the open shooter. This one won't drop. Battle for underneath. Chapman gets it and sticks it back up and in.
Well, they're doing a good job of keeping Lakeisha Frett off the board. They have got a body on her and are blocking her off the board. She isn't getting close to the rebounds. She catches a lot of points on offensive rebounds. Good shot at David Six.
6-0 is the score in favor of the Phantoms. And we've got a jump ball. Good tie-up, good hands inside. The possession arrow, which is used in high school ball. The only time they jump the ball is the very opening play, and of course in the event of overtime. Otherwise, the possession arrow will rule. This shot is going to be well off the mark, and the rebound comes to Lakeisha Frett. Frett, who can dribble and handle the ball up the court extremely well for a big girl. She really does it all. We have run out of superlatives.
Superlatives, you got that right.
Deep in the corner for two as Kenya Vaughn warms up. She's got 4.
And look who plays the point on the 1-2-2 zone press.
Tallest girl and one of the most agile you'll see. Shot is a little long, but we have a foul inside. I believe this was going to be against Bailey. She pushed off.
Yes, she did. She was trying to get better position under the basket for the rebound.
4:56 remaining.
Number 50, Tori Howard, now in the lineup.
The Lady Crabbers yet to dent the scoreboard. Phantoms no roll. Chapman again busy underneath. Now Fret finally with a rebound. She can't get it to drop in heavy traffic. And finally chased down by Jennifer Chapman. Inside they go for Fret. Fret is fouled before the shot. This will be a possession-only foul.
That's just the third team foul, but that was one of the quick entry pass before the defense could gather. That's how they got the ball so easy to Lakeisha, but boy, they close in on her tight. They're not going to give her anything easy.
Deep in the corner, nothing but net for Desiree Allen. And the Phantoms easily out to a 10-0 lead. And the Phantoms almost caused the turnover. It's going to be close to a 10-second violation here, and it is. It took them 10.5 seconds to get it across the line.
Good pressure defense. We're going to have a quick timeout here as David Six doesn't like it. Down 10-0, no scores. We got this break, Tim. Let me say that we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams tonight. The DC Engraving Sports Place player of the game. Each one of the recipients will receive a plaque and a t-shirt. The plaque comes from DC Engraving, which is located at Tab Square on Route 17. And that's Dave Buckwalder, who is the young man out there. The shirt comes from the Sports Place located at Hampton Woods Plaza. Dave Chubb is the man there. And this is a real neat shirt. We had a chance to show it one time. We did a game over Bethel, the Bethel-Hampton game, Bethel Kickintan game. And real neat shirt. I really am impressed with it, and the kids that have received it really like it.
The statistics so far in the first quarter, Bethel, excuse me, you got me talking about Bethel too. Phoebus 5 of 10 from the floor. The Crabbers 0 for 3. And the Phantoms 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds as a team for Bethel. Bethel again. Phoebus and 3 for Hampton. Got one of Bethel's premier players, main supporters to my right here, which brings up, as we'll discuss during our coverage of the boys game, how tight that Peninsula District race is for the championship and the automatic seed to the Eastern Regionals. We'll talk about that during the coverage of the boys game, so we invite you to watch here on Channel 5 for not only this game, but also the boys game between these same two schools. 12-0 in favor of the Phantoms. Lakeisha Fret on the give and go, and she is fouled before she can get a shot away.
I know she's got to feel a little frustrated. She has not had a good look at the basket without getting fouled first, but eventually that's going to put her on the foul line, so you can only do that so long.
I believe they called the foul on Benny that time. It is the 4th team foul. Again, they want to get the ball into Fret. They do. She moves to her right, in and out. And it was last touched out of bounds by whom?
White. He said off of White, and he pointed the wrong way. It's Phoebus's ball.
Again, they try to get it to Fret. Fret, in an effort to find her open teammate Chapman, bounces it a little too hard.
No, but that was an excellent look by Lakeisha. I mean, Tim, she's not just a scorer, and that's one thing people fail to realize. As many points as she scored, she's averaging 30 plus. I'm not sure what it exactly is, but she looks for her teammates too.
And her teammates look for her, but this time she walks before she shoots. And the basket will not count.
That was a close call, but
I think it was a good call. She had a little difficulty with that bounce pass, and she may have shuffled her feet while she had it. Long lead pass for Bailey underneath. She can't get it to drop. And the rebound comes to the Lady Phantoms. Stolen by Gupton. She gives to Wynetta Venny, number 30. Venny will drive the lane, can't get it to go. And we've got a foul on Venny on the rebound. A touch foul, but a foul nonetheless.
Foul on Wynetta Venny for the Lady Crabbers.
2:45 remaining in the first period. 12-0 in favor of the Lady Phantoms. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz coming to you from Hampton High School. here on the 5th of February, 1993. This game videotaped. Hope you're enjoying our high school basketball coverage this season. Down low, Lakeisha Fred, and you can't keep her off the score column much.
But you get the ball down in there in the box, you're not going to stop her. There's nobody on this team that's got the height to stop her when she's there.
Last week in a game, the opponents for Phoebus slowed the ball down and held Lakeisha to 15 points.
Oh, that was against Menchville, yeah.
But her team scored 27, so she had, again, more than half of her team's points. Off the glass, no good. Stick back is good. So the Crabbers finally get on the board. Tori Howard, number 50, is able to get their first basket. Comes with 1:49 remaining in the first. 14-2. We got a tie up. And let's see, I believe the possession arrow will give the ball to the Phantoms.
Juanetta Vini comes in.
Vini.
Yeah, I thought it was Vini too, but it's Vini. I was listening to the announcer, and that's the way they pronounce it over here. So we apologize for mispronouncing that young lady's name. She's an excellent little ball player. Nice shot by Kenya Vaughn.
Did it even go in? That thing was so clean, it barely even moved the net.
Yeah, I saw that.
16-2, the Phantoms intercepted. Off the glass, no good. And retrieved nicely by Kenya Vaughn, the young lady who took the shot. She finds the open teammate, and she hits Felicia Bishop. So all of the starters now for Mike Talon's Lady Phantoms have hit the score column. Got 6 for Vaughn, 4 for Chapman, and 4 for Allen. 2 each for Frett and Bishop. 18-2, 1:05 remaining, and lost out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Crabbers. Kenya Vaughn will come out of the ball game now. Sherry Reed, number 20, will come in for the Lady Phantoms.
We remember her sister playing here, Nikki Reed.
I didn't know they were related. When I saw her name there, I wondered, is she a freshman, Bob, do you know?
No, I think she's a sophomore this year. And of course, her sister is up playing for Georgetown. Nikki plays for Georgetown.
Desiree Allen has 6 points with the nice basket. I'll tell you, this shooting for the Phoebus girls has really impressed me here in the first quarter. And they're going to say it was last touched by the Phantoms. There you see a good look at Mike Talon, the likable redhead, the head coach for the Lady Phantoms. So successful. Move inside by Shanda Bailey, draws the foul. Foul is going to be charged to Jennifer Chapman. That will be her first, and that will be the team's first. Coming with a little more than half a minute here, you'll see the replay. The feed inside for Bailey. Chapman, not much of a foul there. She more or less just kind of stood her ground. But
well, and if you don't have your hands straight up, they're going to call a foul on you. And even if you do, sometimes because the other member is shooting the ball, they're going to draw the foul. So, all fairness to Chapman, I thought she did a good job defensively, although the foul was called.
Bailey cannot hit the second one, and Reed races down for the rebound, and then we've got a foul in the backcourt. Foul is against Hicks, Stephanie Hicks, number 34. That's her first. That should be the 6th team foul. So when the next foul occurs, it'll put the Phantoms in the bonus. Reed gets the ball down low for Chapman.
Nice entry pass by young Miss Reed. Beautiful.
22-3. Crabbers with a 3-on-1. Bailey open. No, she can't get it to drop. And Lakeisha Frett is able to forward the ball to Reed, but they can't get the shot away before the conclusion of the first period. But with that extremely cold start by the Lady Crabbers, the Phantoms are able to race out to a 22-3 first period lead. After the first 8 minutes, the Lady Crabbers under David Six, as you see on your screen, huddling around, trying to see what it's going to take to get the offense going. They really haven't played that poorly. They just, they worked the ball well. They didn't turn the ball over all that much. They just didn't get the shot to drop.
Well, they run the offense real good, but I haven't seen them work the ball to a point that they shot. I love the motion offense, but you've got to have the end of it. As we watch some of the replay here, you got to get a shot off. And this, I think, is the entry pass from Sherry Reed into Jennifer Chapman. Now you can see how good a pass that was. But Hampton has got a lot of confidence. They come out and against a great team in the Phoebus, and they're playing a full court. They're pressing, as is the Phantom. So it's going to be a quick game in that sense. But the Crabbers just need to start shooting the ball.
They will get the ball, the Crabbers will, and Shanda Bailey does just as you suggested. She shoots and hits. Fret with the rebound and the stick back. So Lakeisha Fret has her second bucket. And you'll see her play a lot of defense, as Bob said.
They're playing a lot tighter right now than they were in the first 1-2-2 zone press. Fred is, Felicia Bishop is not quite that tall. A nice look.
First quarter found the Lady Phantoms 11 of 19 from the floor, while just 1 of 8 for the Lady Crabbers. At 12.5%, you're just not going to get much done, as Fret is called for the personal foul.
Now, and you told me how many shots they made. Even if they made 100%, they're still not going to be great. So you have to shoot. You can't get the ball in the basket if you don't shoot. So you've got to shoot. Of course, you can't take bad shots. You just can't throw the ball up. But in the context of David Six's offense, there are some good shot selections that come out of that.
9 turnovers in the first period for the Crabbers, only 3 for the Phantoms. So that another good indication of how well things are going. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Stephanie Hicks, who has been very quiet. That's her first point of the night. And at the other end, very quickly, Felicia Bishop scores for the Lady Phantoms.
And that was Lakeisha Fret that got the ball. She got the rebound, looked down court. She's always looking to get the ball to a teammate.
This pressing, trapping defense of the Phantoms is very effective. Shot from Vini way outside is off the mark, but there's a foul inside.
Well, this will be a 1-on-1. Lakeisha Fred is going to go to the line. The foul's on number 34, Stephanie Hicks, Tim. And if we have that in replay or not, but she was pushing Lakeisha out underneath the basket, and official caught her.
So Hicks called for the personal foul, her second. And that is the 7th team foul, so it will create the 1-and-1 for the Lady Phantoms. And Lakeisha Fret with a great rotation on the ball, the nice follow through. She just does everything you can expect a ball player to do.
And then sometimes what you don't expect them to do. She's very, very good talent.
Showing her total human side, she misses the second free throw. Get a chance to watch the play you were talking about. You can see Hicks there, 34, in the middle of your screen, just nudging Fred away from the basket. And of course, you can't do that. Fred with the block, and she steals the ball. Good look down the court. And we got an offensive foul called against Kenya Vaughn.
Nice pass down there. That was a good look again by Lakeisha Fred. Looking to score some easy points off of a fast break.
27-6. This is Hicks, and Hicks will fire it up, in and out. And then a foul, I believe this one's going to go against the Crabbers, Bailey, and she didn't think she had done anything wrong, but apparently she climbed the Phoebus girls back to get to the ball. Not a very blatant foul, but another one of those situations. And again, as you and I have talked before, you're just going to get called for that more often than not because of the position that you have.
That's correct.
Here, let's see if you can pick it up here. You're going to see, well, you can see her pushing off pretty well there. Now watch as the ball comes over.
Well, you know, and from the position that official was in, he was looking the same angle we were. It looked like she jumped on her back, and that's what he's going to call.
Even if she didn't, and I have to tell you that it was a pretty good job of her not avoiding the foul per se. She's a little taller than the girl that was rebounding against her. But nonetheless, Kenya Vaughn makes the Crabbers pay as she connects on both free throws. 29-6, the Lady Phantoms.
And the Phantoms are now in a 2-3 zone. They're going to make the Crabbers pass the ball and try to find somebody open to get a shot off. This is going to be a little more difficult for them.
Meany can't get it to drop, and then the rebound for Fret, and she is fouled.
And I'm not too sure about that foul. I thought it was pretty clean rebound, and no advantage was gained, but I'm not officiating.
Wynetta Vini is called for the personal. That'll be her third. And Lakeisha Fret will step back to the free throw line. She is 1 for 2. The team is 3 for 6 from the charity stripe so far, and she rattles it home. 5 points, 6 rebounds for Lakeisha so far, hitting 50% from the floor. And on your picture, right in the middle of your screen, is Lakeisha Fret's mom. A very proud mom, I'm sure. And Lakeisha again is unable to hit both free throws. 30-6 in favor of the Lady Phantoms.
Now the Phantoms are back into man-to-man. They're mixing up their defenses, trying to throw the Crabbers off, but they don't seem to mind too much. They just come down and run their offense.
Lakeisha Fret starts the fast break, and Desiree Allen completes it. Give the assist to Fret, the basket to Allen, and then the turnover. We'll give it right back to the Lady Phantoms. And we'll get substitutions for the Hampton Crabbers. Christina Lockhart will check in for Stephanie Hicks. And Reed will come back in, and she will replace Desiree Allen for the Lady Phantoms.
Number 23, Felicia Edwards. Checks in.
Felicia Edwards will also come in, and she'll give Lakeisha Fret a breather with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Kenya Vaughn's jumper is short, but the ball is tipped out and finally controlled by Kenya Vaughn. Tried to get the ball inside for Chapman, and this time a good job by Stephanie Hicks to anticipate that pass.
She really did. She got the cut off the angle and made a nice interception of that pass.
And we've got a traveling call. Kenya Vaughn, a little indecisive as to what she was going to do.
She didn't know what she wanted to pass or shoot or what she wanted to do, and by the time she figured it out, she'd already shuffled her feet.
This is Kim Fleming bringing the ball up, guarded by Felicia Bishop. Inside intended for Hicks and stolen by Kenya Vaughn. Good job of switching the dribble. Vaughn gets it back and sticks it in.
So she fought for that basket. She lost the ball, got it back, and made this jumper.
10 points for Kenya Vaughn. Almost halfway through the second period. 34-6, the Lady Phantoms. They led 22-3 at the break.
Nice
and
drive.
Kimberly Fleming with the basket. Fleming's first points. Loose ball is battled for, and let's see, the officials agree it will belong to the Lady Crabbers.
Number 33, Yolanda Fitzgerald.
Mike Talon substituting again. This time sends in number 33. That's Yolanda Fitzgerald for the Lady Phantoms. She comes in place of Kenya Vaughn, and also Fret steps back in. And we've got a foul. Fret goes down heavily. This one is going to be against the Crabbers, number 10. That'll be Tanisha Gupton's first. And Lakeisha Fret will go to the free throw line.
End up getting her own rebound on the missed 1-and-1.
Phantoms try to work it inside, or at least move it around. They are able to do so. The pass off the fingertips of Fret and taken by Kimberly Fleming.
So they're double and triple teaming Lakeisha down inside. So Phoebus is going to have to shoot that outside jumper.
Good job inside by Stephanie Hicks. Her first basket of the night. She has 3 points. And the Phantoms turn it over, something they haven't done often this first half.
Well, he's got 2 more coming in. Mike Talon, number 22 and number 32, Tel.
Verona Jenkins comes in along with Desiree Allen again. So Mike Talon definitely juggling up his team, giving everybody an opportunity to see some action here in the first half. 2:40 remaining. Phantoms with a 24-point lead. Fleming drives the baseline, gets tied up, and the ball is finally controlled by the Phoebus Phantoms, Desiree Allen. Allen will shoot and hit. Desiree Allen, she's got a nice stroke. She's hit a couple of good shots.
He does that.
When you can have some outside shooting to complement the inside game of Chapman and Fret, then you've got a pretty good combination going. And we've got a foul. This one away from the ball.
Yeah, it's on number 10 for the Crabbers, T.T. Gupton.
So that's Gupton's second foul in a short period of time.
The 33, Leslie Jones, now in the lineup for Hampton.
And another substitution for the Crabbers. We get a chance to see this again. You can see she stuck her knee out there trying to set a pick for her teammate. Of course, you can, if you're stationary, you can stand there and create the pick, but you cannot move to do so. And it looked like she stuck her leg out.
And that's almost an automatic reaction to do that. Good shot of Felicia.
Felicia Bishop at the free throw line. She's got 4 points. She can't hit the free throw, but Fret is able to put it back up for 2. 8 points for Lakeisha Fret here in the first half. A relatively low-scoring game for her. And we've got a foul. This one will be charged to Desiree Allen for reaching in. If you joined us late, you're watching the Hampton Crabbers hosting the Phoebus Phantoms, the reigning state champion, Group AAA champion Phoebus Phantoms. Crabbers started cold, have come on a little bit here in the second period, but still trailed 38-10 at this point. We're only able to get 3 points on the board in the first quarter. From way outside, the shot is off the mark from Tori Howard. Minute and a half to go. Inside from Fret. They're able to get it to her. She scores the basket and is fouled by Hicks.
Tim, she was open about 3 seconds before they finally saw her and got the ball to her. Somebody just not paying attention defensively for the Crabbers, Lady Crabbers that time, because you don't let her get within 4 feet of that basket and not have anybody on her. But if you could see in the background there, you saw her feet. There was nobody, no Crabber around her, and she gets the ball. There's nobody there.
And Stephanie Hicks, as you can see clearly on the foul. Back to the live action. Lakeisha having a little trouble at the free throw line. Misses the free throw. She's only 2 of 6 from the charity stripe, but she does have 10 points and 10 rebounds so far. Phantoms do have the ball, and from deep in the corner, Kenya Vaughn, and she's got 5 baskets and 2 free throws. She's got 12 points. 42-10, and the Phantoms just keep putting those points on the board. Kimberly Fleming's shot off the mark. Looking for Fret down the court. She chases it down, gets too far under the basket, and is unable to convert. Back come the Crabbers. Vini will fire it up and in.
Nice use of the backboard that time.
Winetta Vini with the 2. Ball knocked away, chased down. Stick it up is Vaughn, and no good. We got a foul inside.
And I think that may be on 40. That's on Jennifer Chapman.
That's all on Jennifer Chapman for Phoebus, her second.
That is her second. That's only the 4th team foul with a little more than a half a minute to go in the first half. For 3, no good. And Fret will bring it up left side for Bishop. Down low, boy, the Phantoms move the ball nicely. Can't get it to drop, however.
I do. They looking all the time to get the ball up court, have an advantage over the defense before the defense has a chance to set. We had a turnover, a foul. Desiree Allen. Foul.
That's her second, the team's 5th. Ball is kicked. Now that, you and I talked about misunderstood rules and everything. That was a good example of the intentional motion to kick the ball versus an accidental motion.
That's correct. And that is a violation.
Pass inside is knocked out of bounds. It'll still belong to the Lady Crabbers with 7 seconds left in the half. Tori Howard, clock winding down. And a desperation shot put up, which is well short. And that is your first half. So after the first 16 minutes of action, our score, the Lady Phantoms, 42 with a 20-point second period burst, and 12 for the Hampton Crabbers. They scored 9 in the second. We're at halftime with 42-12 our score. We'll return with the third period of action after this brief timeout.
I ran snow day my 3rd grade to my 7th grade.
Yeah, I mean, you don't run for the Zodiacs or QB Gazelle and them clubs?
I just run individuals, not for the team. Like the 100.
There you see the score in halftime. The Phantoms up by 30 points. You're watching some of the replay of that first half. Individual statistics, as you see that one kissing high off the glass.
Had to get it over Lakeisha's hand.
I know that shot. That's about the only way I can make a shot. The Lady Phantoms with a superb first half, 59.4% shooting, 19 of 32. They were a little less spectacular from the free throw line as they hit just 4 of 11 for 36 plus. But the Phantoms were paced by Kenya Vaughn with 12 points on 5 of 11 shots. Lakeisha Fret hit 4 of 7 for 10 points. Desiree Allen 5 of 7 for 10 points. 6 points for Jennifer Chapman on 3 of 5. And Felicia Bishop also 2 of 2 for 4 points. For the Lady Crabbers, they were paced by Stephanie Hicks with 3 points, 1 of 4. Shanda Bailey also with 3 points, 1 of 5. Vini had 1 of 6 for 2. Fleming had 1 of 4 for just 2 points. And the final 2 points, Tori Howard shooting 1 of 2. 5 of 22 in the first half for the Lady Crabbers, just 22.7%. And that's going to get you nowhere fast as a rule.
You got that unless you got a team that's going to shoot less than that.
But I look for bigger and better things from the Lady Crabbers. They have not played extremely poorly, although they did turn the ball over 13 times. The Phantoms turned it over 10 times, so that is not a huge discrepancy in the turnover department. And we do thank Gary Moore for all of those fine statistics, as he has done such a great job all season long and throughout the football season as well. And our second half is underway with, by the way, just curiosity, the rebound leader was Fret with 11.
Wow,
Rebounds
11 already.
in the first half.
Wow, that's a lot of rebounds in a half.
And we've got a traveling call against Bailey. So she's not real thrilled with the officiating so far here in this ballgame.
Well,
she had a couple of close calls.
But that was she stopped and hopped.
And Lord knows you can't stop and hop, right?
You got that right.
Fret with a nice move to the lane and the short jumper for 2. Lakeisha with an average of more than 30 points a game this year. Fleming works the ball down low, and Gupton's shot is a little bit short.
TT did a good job of posting up the smaller Bishop, but to no avail.
Kenya Vaughn finds Fret, baseline, easy jumper. That's the way Phoebus likes to work the ball.
Well, they did. It was all by passing. There was no dribbling, and that's a good lesson for the young ball players out there. You can move the ball a lot quicker by passing than you can by dribbling.
46-12 in favor of the Lady Phantoms. Partially blocked. The ball is retrieved by Felicia Bishop. She finds Kenya Vaughn, who in turn finds Chapman. Same exact theory that you're talking about, Bob. They did not dribble the ball. They found the open player with the pass. Beanie will drive the lane. Dishes off to Hicks. Hicks gets her own rebound, sticks it back up strong, and gets the 2.
That was a nice feed by Juanetta Beanie. She looked like she was going to take it in for a shot, dropped it off to Hicks, and Hicks followed up on a miss, got her point.
And we've got a whistle underneath. I believe the foul is going to be on Fleming.
Yeah, she's still sitting on the floor. If you get a picture, she's sitting under the basket, then she's getting up. But she was trying to block out Lakeisha Fret from a possible rebound.
Well, actually, they've called the foul on Shonda Bailey. Shonda Bailey was, in fact, whistled down for the foul, even though Bailey was really not the center or the focus of the action. She, in fact, fouled Chapman, who was at the free throw line for 2 shots.
But it must have been 2 fouls, and the first one took precedence.
Bailey is a little short with the free throw.
Oh, you mean Chapman?
Excuse me, Chapman. (48-14) with 5:48 left, and Chapman hits the second. And anticipating a player would be moving to the corner. The pass off the mark and the turnover. Kenya Vaughn to Fred, and Fred is too closely guarded, and a foul will be called. I believe this will be against Fleming. And it will be the first on Fleming. Here's the replay. You'll see the pass attempt inside. You'll see Fleming pushing Fret away in an effort to deny her the ball.
And on that last action, you saw Lakeisha get good offside rebound on the side opposite where the shooter was, and then put the ball in the basket.
A running one-hander and a foul. Desiree Allen is called for her 3rd personal foul. And Gupton will step to the free throw line. She misses the first of 2. There you see a good look at her. And she is able to connect on the second. Ball will belong to the Phantoms. They will put it inbounds right in front of Mike Talon. Bishop is open, can't get the roll. And underneath, Kenya Vaughn muscles it up and in.
It's amazing to watch this Phoebus girls move that ball around, Tim, and not dribble. They don't have to dribble, and that's the hardest thing to break any young ball player of is dribbling. Or they think they get the ball in their hand, they must dribble it.
And Keisha Frett is able to steal. Guarded by Gupton, and Gupton will get called for the foul. She couldn't believe it, but you can't make that much contact in basketball.
Well, Lakeisha was trying to catch her balance and may have pushed off a little bit in all fairness to TT, but normally that call is going to go against the defensive ball player.
You see it right here. She's just crowding her, and yeah, there's a little pushing off of sort, but she's moving the whole time. The defensive player is, and if she had maintained her ground, if she had stopped and allowed the offensive charge to present itself, that's a different story.
That's a good point.
At the free throw line, Desiree Allen. She has 10 points. This is her first trip to the free throw line. And she connects on the first. That was the 4th team foul. And again, I bring that up because when your team commits 7 team fouls as a team, then your opponent automatically goes into the 1-and-1. Allen's second shot is no good, but Chapman follows, and she is fouled.
Seems like that the Phoebus girls have a nose for that ball. They can go to where that ball's coming off on a missed shot. And all it is just a desire to get the rebounds. A hard thing to teach. You just have to have a desire to want to get the ball, watch the flight of the ball, and sometimes you can figure out where it's going to come off the board.
Chapman misses the first of 2.
Well, they have shot better from, they being the Phantoms, have shot better from the field than they have from the foul line.
Yeah, they've been struggling a bit at the free throw line.
There you see the replay of that last foul. Camera people doing great job, great deal. Good job tonight.
Always a good job. Heavy contact as Fleming drove the lane. And let's see what they call here. This one will be charged to Jennifer Chapman. That'll be her 3rd. And it'll be a player control foul. Tori Howard will inbounds. And in the efforts to defend, a foul committed by Kenya Vaughn, her 2nd. So the Phantoms quickly pick up 2. Tori Howard will try it again. Again, that aggressive defense of the Phantoms will have that happen every now and then. Desiree Allen comes out of the ball game. Felicia Bishop steals the inbounds pass. And with a 1-on-3, decides to wait for her teammates. Frett, who finds Kenya Vaughn open, and Vaughn will hit the short jumper.
That's a nice job by Lakeisha looking and finding the open Kenya Vaughn. Nice team play.
Well, you know, we mentioned it last year when the Phantoms won the championship, and certainly this year is no different. They are not a one-girl team by any means.
Not one-dimensional. You're right, Tim.
Good team play by this team.
And that goes to the coaches. Mike Talon is a strong head coach in that he's a great teacher of the concept of basketball and team sports.
Felicia Bishop called for that last personal foul. Of course, it's, you know, no one in their right mind would say that you can win a state championship in any sport, for that matter, with a one-person team. And certainly the Phantoms over the years have had a dominant player, but never been a one-person team. And this year appears to be no different. Good block. Coast to coast.
Good job.
Felicia Edwards blocked the shot, took it out of the air, and went the other end for the 2 points. And we should have a 5-second call, and we do.
Again, that was caused by Felicia Edwards. Come off the bench and has done made 3 good things happen. A block, steal, well, 4. Block, steal, drive for a basket, and a caused a turnover.
She spots Kenya Vaughn on the baseline, and Vaughn's shot is a little bit short. Back come the Lady Crabbers. T.T. Gupton will fire it off the glass, no good. And Kenya Vaughn spots Fret, 2-on-1. Fret will pull up and shoot the jumper. Didn't get it to drop, but it's rebounded by the Lady Phantoms. Number 20, Sherry Reed got it, and then we've got a foul inside. Lee Fleming will be called for the personal. That is her second.
She ain't believing that call. She said she was pushing me too.
Fleming's a real competitor.
Oh.
Right? She always out there competing. And Gupton is able to knock it away. 1-on-1. Gupton off the glass, no good. Vaughn with the rebound. Fret triple team, finds her open teammate Kenya Vaughn for 2.
Good hands on Vaughn to catch that ball. That was a hard pass, and soft hands caught it.
And Lakeisha Fret just steals the ball right out of the player's hand. Fret to the hoop.
And lost control of that ball on the way up and regained control and made it. Nice steal underneath by Felicia Edwards. That young lady is really working in there. She's trying to get some playing time, Tim. I think she wants to move up to one of the first ones off the bench.
And Kimberly Fleming is called for her 3rd personal foul. You know, Mike Talon's teams always seem to have someone like that. One of the girls that's willing to sacrifice the body to steal the ball or to grab a rebound.
Lasha Steve, the 24, now in the lineup for Phoebus. Number 23.
Get a chance to see the steal by Lakeisha Fret. As you said, Bob, you're going to see here she's going to lose a little control because Fleming knocks it away from her, but she still is able to control it enough to get the layup.
And that's very difficult to do. Good shot of young Mike Talon over there on the Phoebus bench. Always stays in there. I don't care how close or how far the other team is away from his team. He is constantly coaching, constantly teaching. He rotates a lot of players in and out of the ball game all the time. Gives everybody a lot of playing time.
Some confusion about who.
Well, no, Felicia Edwards is the one that got fouled. I don't understand their switching, but that's.
And that is bonus time as Fret gets the front end of the 1-and-1. You see David Six trying to figure out what he's going to have to do. Fret hits both free throws, and she has very quietly added 10 points here in the 3rd period.
Well, we'll have a quick time out here, Tim. Let me again mention that we will pick from each one of these 2 teams tonight, Hampton and Phoebus, a player of the game, a DC Engraving Sports Place player of the game. They will receive a plaque and a t-shirt. The plaque comes from DC Engraving, which is located at Tab Square in York County, and Dave Buckwalter is a young man out there. The shirt comes from the Sports Place, which is located at Hampton Woods Plaza on Big Bethel Road, and David Chubb is a young man there. And we appreciate the efforts of these 2 young men and their businesses in enabling us to pick one of these players from each one of these teams as a player of the game, which is, as you and I have talked about before, strictly unscientific. In fact, sometimes we disagree.
No, really?
Occasionally, Tim. Just
Once in a
occasionally.
while. Just once in a while. It's because of that lack of science.
That's why it is. If it was a science, then we would probably agree on it. Huh?
Yeah, we've got a stoppage here, and we've got
Clock problems, I think.
clock shows 1:28 remaining in the third. Crabbers scored just 3 points in the first period, 9 in the second, for a total of 12 at halftime. And the Phantoms with 22 in the first, 20 in the second, and have added 23 here in the third, have the Phantoms. So they've been pretty consistent in the scoring department. And we've got whatever the problem was all straightened out. And the Crabbers almost turn it over. Tori Howard chases it down for the Lady Crabbers right in front of us. Howard short hit the shot, and the Crabbers last touched it before it went out of bounds.
Oh!
Nice shot from Edwards, Felicia Edwards from outside. This was Edwards here on defense as she gets Tori Howard to give up the dribble. And then they turn it over as T.T. Gupton can't hold on to it. So again, Mike Talon with some new faces in here. He's got Alkeisha Sneed, number 24, in the game now, along with Verona Jenkins. And this is Edwards from deep in the corner. Won't go. And actually, as I look out on the court, none of the starters is on the floor for Mike Talon's team.
That's right.
A little more than half a minute remaining in the third period.
Only in the first quarter of the final second half.
The first quarter of the second half. There you go.
Just trying to help you
I
out,
appreciate
Tim.
it. And I do need the help every now and then. I've gotten a lot better about what day of the week we're videotaping the game, though.
Well, I'm glad because I forgot today's date.
This is Friday, the 5th of February.
That foul on Verona Jenkins for Phoebus.
Regular season winding down for these high school basketball teams. In fact, the last regular season game is going to be the 16th of February. Tournament supposed to start. And as the buzzer sounds, T.T. Gupton hits the basket and draws the foul. Foul is charged to Felicia Edwards.
Gupton at the line with one shot.
So Gupton will get a chance at the three-point play with no time remaining. She hit the shot as the buzzer sounded. And she fires up the free throw and connects. So Gupton has 4 points after 3 periods, and our score after 3, the Lady Phantoms 67 and the Hampton Crabbers 18. "25 points scored that period by the Lady Phantoms." There you see it at the buzzer. 25 points, 20 in the second, 22 in the first. So the Lady Phantoms pretty evenly distributing their scoring. And I guess unfortunately for the Crabbers, they've been pretty evenly scoring too, averaging about 6 per period.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
The Phantoms hitting 29 out of 48 from the field start for the game. Again, a momentary delay. I will do it for real. And Mike Talon re-enters his entire starting squad now.
He'll play him for 2 or 3 minutes, and then he'll set him down.
Chapman. Bishop. Inside it goes for Desiree Allen, and she can't get it to drop, but Fred is there for the putback. So Fred now with 22 points, and she's been rather quiet about those 22. And she just gets the job done. Nice shot by Stephanie Hicks. So Hicks had a big game the other night, has not had much this evening, but has warmed a bit to the task. She has 7 points on the game now. Bishop with the running one-hander, no good. Chapman with good position underneath. And Chapman now has 12 points. Blocking foul underneath.
Well, that'll put Lakeisha back on the foul line. She has done better from the field. She has the foul line.
She has 4 of 8, I believe it is, from the free throw line. Yeah, 4 from 8. She got 22 points, 13 rebounds. She's hitting 9 of 13 from the field, almost 70%.
But that's a double-double, right?
I believe that is a double-double, yep. And let's see.
And how many steals she has?
I'm just going to look. She's got 5 assists, 3 steals. So she's got a little ways to go for a triple. But truly, if anyone can do it, she can. Here you see a replay of that last action before the foul shots were taken. Now we're back to the live action with 6.5 minutes to go. Ball knocked out of bounds by Felicia Bishop. 73-20 in favor of the Phantoms. Undefeated in Peninsula District action. Haven't lost a game in the Peninsula District since, I don't know, Moby Dick was a minnow, I think, is about the last time they lost.
It's been a long time.
And stolen again.
This time by Vaughn on a good job. A nice pass. Oh!
Chapman can't get it to drop, but she gets the rebound, no good. So the Phantoms did everything right that time except put it down. Good passing, good rebounding, but it just wouldn't fall for them. They have that comfortable 55-point lead, however. And good defense again, causing the turnover. You know, a lot of times you see turnovers, you think they're just happenstance, but the defense causes so many of them.
Well, they're not unforced turnovers. They are forced turnovers, and there's a big difference. Nice move by Jennifer Chapman to go high, and Lakeisha Fred to drop down low in the box to receive the ball on a nice feed.
Fred misses the easy basket. And then we've got a tie up underneath as Desiree Allen is tied up, and the ball will belong to the Crabbers. So you won't see Fred miss an easy layup like that very often.
Not very often. A good shot of Lowell Thomas in the stands, the likable
Principal.
I was trying to think of something other than principal, principal sounds good. I mean, that's what he is, but kind of a leader over at Hampton High.
Keaton Yvonne is fouled on the way to the hoop. Tori Howard calls for the foul. 4:38 left in the ball game. There you see the brain trust of the Lady Phantoms.
And then you see Closest to Mike on this side is Miss Johnson, who played for him. On the other side, of course, is Liz. And she got married. What is her new name? Liz Cook. I better get it right.
All of the parents of Crabber players and cheerleaders, please congregate now in the hallway between the gyms.
It's Kim Johnson. Kim played for Mike Talon when she was at Phoebus High School, so they both helped Mike.
Kenya Vaughn misses both free throws, but
they get the 2 points. And here we see the replay of that last foul by on Kimberly. We got to be thinking about player of the game, Tim. And of course, you go down to Phoebus, you can almost go down to the entire lineup. You got 5 players that all could go and be recognized, from Fred to Chapman to Bishop to Allen to Vaughn. And you know, it's easy to pick the one that is the most dominant out there. You know, Lakeisha has done a great job, but yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Kenya Vaughn. I think she has done a great job. She got off early, did some good things underneath the basket the first quarter. They just couldn't get the ball into Lakeisha, and that's kind of who I'm leaning towards right now. On the Hampton side, you've got Vini, you've got Fleming, and Gupton, Hicks. What do you see from the Hampton side, Tim?
well, that's a tough call. The Crabbers have had not much success with just the 20 points on the board, and I would have to say I would tend to go with Hicks, or perhaps even with Bailey. Bailey didn't score a lot, but she was involved, and
Yeah.
it's not an easy call with the Lady Crabbers. I would say Hicks would be my choice, I guess, and I can go along with no problem with Kenya Vaughn. I think I think your point is well taken, that she got off to an early start and scored when the Phantoms weren't being able to get the ball to Fred. And of course, Lakeisha with 30 points is always a candidate for player of the game, without much exception. But at any rate, yeah, Kenya Vaughn is a fine selection, and
Okay.
it wasn't just between those two. You've got Jennifer Chapman, who has 12 points unofficially, and Desiree Allen with another 11. So yeah, you can't always put a point total to determine who your player of the game is.
That's correct.
Well, you mean we agree on this?
Hey, was this a first or what? Oh.
Tori Howard's shot is off the mark.
Oh, look at the passing. Look at the passing. From Vaughn to Edwards to Fred. What a great job.
And Tori Howard hits. And you know, let's not lose sight of the fact that the Crabbers did a good job defending against Fred early in the ballgame.
Yes, they did.
It's just hard to keep her off the board. And she will not get the ball to drop. She was fouled before the shot. So Lakeisha Fred with 10 points in the first half has added 22 here in the second half.
Well, Mike Talon has brought in 4 new players, and of course he cannot substitute for Lakeisha because she's shooting the foul. So the young lady's coming in for her is waiting, hoping she makes both of them, or the least, so that she can come in at the end of these 2 points.
Brett connects. She is on a roll here now. She has hit 5 in a row after missing 3 in a row. Make that 6 in a row. So Lakeisha Fred will check out of the ball game, and she will leave unofficially with 34 points, 14 rebounds. She hit 72% from the field, had 5 assists, only 1 turnover, 2 blocks, and 5 steals. Not a bad career for some people.
Career for you and me, huh?
I never scored 34 points. 83 to 22. The Phantoms Another game closer to clinching the Peninsula District title, and Stephanie Hicks connects. You know, we talked about the Peninsula District championship and so forth. It's very important that if you win the championship before the tournament, you automatically have a berth in the Eastern Regionals. And of course, that's what the Phantoms are headed towards. And I don't know that anyone really at this point is going to be able to stop them from at least that.
No, the closest teams to them are both Menchville and Gloucester, and they both 2 or 3 games out of in second and third place, I believe. I don't have the standings, Tim.
Well, I'll tell you, Kickingham was.
I'm sorry, Kickingham. I forgot Kickinham's in second place.
Yeah, they're right there with only 1 loss, but the Phantoms pretty much in control. Of course, the tournament is so important because that can also get you into the regionals. Boy, there's going to be a battle in that boys division. Back come the Phantoms. Edwards, so check that, not Edwards, but in fact that's 33 Fitzgerald.
Yolanda.
33, not 23. .228 remaining, 85-24, the Lady Phantoms. Led all the way. Led 12-0, as a matter of fact, at one point.
So our DC Engraving Sports Place Player of the Games, Kenya Vaughn from the Lady Phantoms and Stephanie Hicks from the Lady Crabbers. These 2 young players will receive a plaque and a shirt, and I will see them in about a week.
Rebound by Alkeisha Sneed. Edwards will fire it up, no good. Has a nice motion to her shot, though. You can see that she has good movement. And she has good anticipation, too. She saw that pass coming, spots a teammate, and then we got traveling called against Verona Jenkins.
That was a smart move. She saw the defensive player come in. She faked, but shuffled her feet, but it was she knew what to do.
And Reed steals. So this second unit for the Phantoms knows how to anticipate, and they score. Alicia Edwards has 6 points. And we got a foul. Looks like a pretty good defensive play by Sneed.
I think the foul, if there was a foul call, it should not be on number 32, Veronica Jenkins. The other young lady that was doing the defending was the one. That was a pure steal from our vantage point, but.
It might have been called on the other one. I'm not sure who it was. It was on Leslie Jones.
Okay, that's who it should have been on.
We get a chance to see the foul again. See if we can pick it up.
See, that was a beautiful steal. So yeah, the foul had to be on there. The good camera work, guys. In fact, we got another young man on camera tonight. Don Bell is right up behind us, is doing a good job.
Got a lane violation.
As a interested young fan. Oh, look at that shot.
That's pretty scary.
Looked like a reverse Oreo cookie there, didn't it? Or was that a thorn between 2 roses? I'm not sure.
Is that how it was?
Of course, that's Gary Moore I'm picking on.
He's bigger than you are, so you better watch out.
Oh, I tell you, but I'm older than he is.
You're older than everybody.
Yes, my wife told me the other day I was older than dirt. She made me a dirt cake. It was pretty good, too.
You didn't get a birthday just recently, did you?
No, but I got a dirt cake anyway.
Oh, okay.
And look at that good shot of our young Mr. Beam Me Up Scotty Bowers. Scotty doesn't get on camera often.
Well, usually he is the man in the truck doing the directing. And our producer has turned director tonight. Dr. Sam Stills is at the controls out in the cold of the night. .114 left. It's just a matter of what the final score will be here. The Lady Phantoms have this game well in hand. And the Phantoms steal it. And then we've got an out of bounds call, I believe.
Yep, exactly.
Less than a minute to go, 87-24. And stolen right out of her hands, Verona Jenkins. That's the second time she's done that. Hicks with the off-balance shot, got her own rebound, and then she is tied up. One official says tie up, one official says foul, and
they're going with the tie, but that was Sherry Reed on the tie. They caused the jump ball.
Hicks with the turnaround jumper, no good. And Jenkins with another rebound. She traveled. Good call.
Couldn't get the ball off her hip. She saw the Sherry Reed breaking for the basket, knew if I could get the ball to her, she'd have a layup, and it kind of got hung up on her hip, and she got called for travel.
There you see one of our camera positions. Is that the new gentleman on camera we were just looking at there?
Yes.
Down to 5 seconds, shot no good. And the buzzer will sound with the Phantoms winning the game, 87-24. Bob, you're gonna work your way across the court real quickly and see if we can get a word with Mike Talon. So our leading scorer, Lakeisha Frent, with 34 points. $12 points for Jennifer Chapman. Go ahead, Bob. We're not picking up your
team
there we
moves
go.
the ball without dribbling. That's a hard thing to teach. They look real good moving the ball around and running their offense tonight.
Yeah, we're starting to gel a little bit. We got off to a slow start. Chemistry wasn't there. And after that Christmas tournament where we had injuries and kids were erratic and out of sync, in the last 4 games, you can see a difference. Kids are starting to play better together. It's good balance.
Yes, very good
And,
balance.
and that's been the last 3 or 4 games, so I'm real pleased with that. And they're doing a little more of what I asked them to do now. They're thinking on the floor a little bit better.
And they're looking for somebody else to play the
Always,
ball to.
yeah, that's
great.
what I'm real pleased with.
Well, good. Congratulations,
Thank
and
you,
we'll
sir.
see you next Friday.
Okie dokie.
Okay, Mike, thanks.
Care.
All right, Tim.
All right, thank you, and our congratulations again to Mike Talon and the Lady Phantoms for a superb game, a very well-played game by the Phantoms team as they easily defeat the Lady Crabbers by the final score of 87-24. For Bob Hintz, this is Tim Cole. We thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.